Although I'm not an athlete, there are times where I have experienced burnout over just life in general. One of the most recent times I can remember was my first term here at APU. It was also my first time back in school in over a decade, so it was a little daunting at first. At the time, I was raising my then 2-year old during the day. I had two classes at night, and I worked 3 nights a week. So generally, I was just pretty overwhelmed, and burnout slowly built up over time. It caused me a great deal of anxiety and just a general feeling of being overwhelmed. Physically, it obviously I was very tired, also gave me headaches and made me nauseous. It all culminated in one evening I was driving home from school, and I was sitting at the front of an intersection of a very busy street. For all intents and purposes, I was paying attention. I wasn't on my phone. I wasn't fiddling with the radio. I obviously hadn't been drinking or anything else. And in my mind's eye, that light turned green and I began to drive. In reality, it had not turned green. In essence, I was hallucinating, and I thought that it had turned green, and I saw it turn green, and I went. And next thing I knew, I was spinning. I had been sideswiped by a car going about 60 miles an hour. My car was completely totaled, but I was very fortunate that it was on the passenger side, so I was lucky they weren't coming from the other direction. I was also very fortunate that my son was not in the car, and I thank God every day that those two things were the way they were, and that nobody was seriously injured in that. So since then, I try to take a little more time to myself and make sure that I get enough rest, because driving while tired is dangerous.